Hello and welcome. My name is Jen and today we're going to be unboxing these two boxes here. So what are these, you ask? Well, this is Body-kun and Body-chan. These are really well articulated drawing dolls. So they're very good reference for artists, photographers, models and such. So you know those wooden drawing mannequins that they have? You can't really bend them properly. Well, chuck those aside and go and invest in these. Because the wooden mannequins, you can't really bend the elbow and the knee joints to an angle smaller than 90 degrees. So you can't really bend it according to human anatomy. Whereas these, on the other hand, are very well articulated. So you've got both the male and the female doll. I've already kind of opened the female doll, but I put it back in the box so we could unbox it together. Let's just pull that out and see what it comes with and how well the doll moves. Okay, so we've got the box here. So we've got the doll here and we've got a bunch of different hands to swap out with. And this is the newest model of Body-kun and Body-chan. The previous models didn't have as many hands, and they also do not have these arms here that are folded or these legs that you can use to bend the knee. These are the newest ones and they were only $20 each, which is extremely cheap. The wooden mannequins you get in the art stores range between $5 and $15, so I think this is a much better investment considering how much mobility these dolls actually have. Okay, so let's just take her out and see. So the only problem I would say with these dolls is that the wooden mannequins can go up to 12 inches, whereas this one here is about, can you see it's about 5 inches or about 13 centimeters, which is not really big. Look, it's kind of small here, but the amount of movement you can get out of these is fantastic actually. So we've got Body-chan here, and you can see I'm just, oops, yeah, that's another problem with these. I was playing around with her a bit. The hands tend to fall off easily, but if you just position her and leave her as is, you don't really need any more mobility. Push that back in. So first off, we can see she's got a neck joint. The head comes off sometimes too. I'm sorry for decapitating you. And yes, then we've got the under bust joint, the stomach, the pelvis, the knee, an ankle joint, and we also have a toe joint too, which is really cool. So right off the bat, you can see how much more mobility these dolls have compared to the wooden mannequins. So she can put her arms up like this. She can bend the arm behind her head. Can bend the knees too. Point the toes out like this, and straight away we've already got a pose. There goes the head again. So we've already got quite an interesting and dynamic pose, which you cannot get with the wooden mannequins. Yeah, sometimes the legs fall off too, but you can just pop them back in. She can cross her legs like so. So we'll just leave her here for now, sitting right there. So she does stay quite well. Okay, it also comes with this booklet. Which shows you some poses you can do with two Body-chans. And if you have a white background, you can take a picture of them. They'll be a very good reference. Talking about the joints. And they're just showing how they drew the cover picture using two Body-chans. And also they recommend taking a picture and printing it out, and you can trace over it too. Because honestly, if there are easier shortcuts to drawing, why waste the time to try to make something perfect from memory? The best artists are the ones that can utilize lots of different resources. Like you don't have to draw anything from memory. Everyone uses references, and it's good to use references because your drawings will be more accurate. So we have the folded arms. Got folded arms. And we've got some legs here that you can clip onto her normal legs, so she can look like she's bending over. We'll do some of those poses later on. And here we have lots of different hands. We also have 3 hands which are joined together. And we have this box here which you can put the spare hands in, but you can also use this as a table, or you can also use it as a stand for her. And some gridded paper that goes in the background. Or maybe you can use the gridded paper as a background when you're taking pictures. Okay, now after that we come into the props. So the previous model of these did not have as many props. This one has a lot more. We've got here a shield, some different cups, a saucer for the cups, and these are leg stands to put on that table thing over there. And it also came with a sword, which I already took out, and an ice cream. And all these things do fit into certain hands, so you can pose her very well. And we've got some handles for the shields too. So that's everything you get with Body-chan. Okay, so let's open up a Body-kun now. I haven't opened him up yet, so I don't know how articulate his joints are, but probably the same actually. And Body-kun does come with all the same props as Body-chan and all the same amount of hands as well. And here we have Body-kun. So we can tell he's got a nice manly masculine figure, which is good. Because honestly, like the wooden mannequins, I think they're okay for beginners, but they don't really give you a feminine or a masculine shape. So they're not a very good reference. I was actually thinking of getting BJDs. If you don't know what a BJD is, that is the ball jointed dolls. They look really good and they've got some really nice faces too. And they sell 1 billion clothes for them. And I think they're quite articulate, and they're a lot bigger too, of course. But they're not as articulate as these. I don't think they've got that much range of motion. And also, they cost an arm and a leg. Not one of these arms and legs, like a literal arm and a leg. They cost between, I think, $200 and $2,000, which is ridiculous. And one of these only costs $20. So this is 100% worth it. But if you do collect the BJDs, I'm not stopping you from getting them. I'm just saying that for an artist and a photographer's reference, these are I think unbeatable basically. And so the Body-kun has this manual here that just tells you all the parts it comes with, same as Body-chan's. And then we have this book here. I really like the guides on the front, showing you some potential poses you can do with the table or with the props. So this is what it looks like when you put the legs on. The wooden mannequins can't even get close to doing that pose. You can take pictures with them. And ultimately, because the reference is so good, you can get some really good drawings and anime style poses out of it. Good. Right, so let's open him up together. Sorry, Body-chan. Okay, so he's basically got all the same things as Body-chan, except for the body's different. And the limbs are different too. Oh wow, his hands are massive. Look, this is Body-kun's hands and this is Body-chan's hands. So they've got a very realistic size difference there. So let's take the model out. I haven't played around with him yet. Okay, first up, what I've noticed the difference is that Body-kun has a knee joint here. It's got bigger knees, whereas Body-chan doesn't really. Can you see? She doesn't have that extra section there. He's slightly bigger. And see, unlike wooden mannequins, these ones actually have face details. You've got a nose here. Let me just focus that. So you've got the nose, the indent for the eyes. A very nice anime face shape. And ears and the head. So you can see he's quite articulate too. Body-chan does not have this extra joint here between the shoulder and the bicep. Whereas he does. He's a little bit stiffer than Body-chan, to tell you the truth. I mean, like in this leg region. You can do like a jumping anime pose or something similar. Yes, usually that's pretty good. So we'll leave him there for now. He stayed up extremely well. And I've got all the same things as Body-chan. A bunch of hands, well, 2 bunches of hands actually. The legs to bend over, folded arms, the box with the stand inside. And this one's a little bit different. I didn't have this one in Body-chan. Oh, they've done better in Body-kun. Did Body-chan? She didn't actually. Body-chan was missing this section here where you can divide the parts between. Got a spare thing where you can put the hands on. And down here we've got all the props. I dropped a set of hands. I'll get it later. So they've got the stand. And we've got all the same props. But let's just see if it's the same as Body-chan's. Yep, this is exactly the same. So that is basically all the Body-kun and Body-chan. Okay, now let's look at some poses. Let's change the arms around a bit and see how much you can pose them. And we'll put some props in their hands too. Okay, so let's start with the Body-chan. She comes with these hands that are closed. So I'm going to put an open hand and put a sword or some other prop in her hand. Right, I'm going to choose this one. I accidentally decapitated her again. I'll put the head on after I put the sword in her hand. Okay, so you can see the sword fits well in this hand. Just put her face on. The sword's a bit heavy, so you might want to put her in a stand when you've got her carrying this, or else it'll keep falling off. Because we've got the sword behind her head like this. And she can surprisingly hold that pose very well without using the stand. Let's pull out Body-kun and see if you can do the same. For Body-kun, I'm just going to swap out the hand. Pop the sword out here. There it is, the same sword. Okay, look, and he seems to be holding his pose as well. See, look, we can get this really nice, cool aerial reference pose from here. Whereas if you're using a real human model or a bigger one, it'd be a lot difficult. So we can do it like this, and then just take a picture, print it, and trace over it. Or we can do something like this. So, you know, that could even be a cover picture for a manga or a panel or just something else. Make them a bit closer together. So surprisingly, they're both standing up really well. Haven't fallen over yet, and we haven't needed to use the stands at all. So you can actually see the male figure and the female figure here, and your drawings will come out looking more realistic and proportional, rather than if you're using the wooden figure, which has absolutely no body shape at all. Look, these are really cool. And let me just show you the arms, the folded arms and the folded legs. So on Body-kun, I'll put the folded arms, which the previous models of these did not have. And there's no way wooden mannequins would be able to do this. So what you do is you just take his arms off at the bicep joint. So look like this. And you see here these little holes. We're going to put them right in here. And now in the other one too. So you've got here Body-kun with his arms folded. That looks really cool. We'll just stand him here. And then we'll get Body-chan and put the legs on her. So what you do here is you take off her knees, which come off and slide off super easily. And make sure you've got the right one on. So the toes are pointing in, so that goes on this side. And we've got one here on this side too. And there you have it. Just stand her up, sit her down, sorry. Then you can do all sorts of poses like this, just from these two parts. So now we've posed them a little bit. Let's just put a white background down here and see what the pictures look like on a phone. Like if they're really good for references or not. With cardboard up here, ta-da! Does it fit? Yeah, it just fits. Right, so we've got our white cardboard here. And we're going to place Body-chan on the cardboard. And then maybe we'll have Body-kun sitting right behind her. So here we've got them back to back on a white background. So if you take a picture at eye level, it looks like this. Or you can take an aerial shot and take a shot like this. These both look really cool. And then all you do is use the reference from your phone, or you can print it out and trace it. Okay, so that was my Body-kun and Body-chan unboxing and review. So if you're an artist, a photographer, or a model, and you're looking for a reference, I would definitely recommend these. So they're cheap, they're really articulate with their joints, and they can pose very well. Just the only small problem is that sometimes these things come off. Like in Body-kun, his arm keeps coming off. But really, you don't need to keep fidgeting with them too much. You just put them in one pose and you take a picture. But yeah, these are really good for artists. So I would recommend it, definitely. And if you're drawing like manga or anime or things like that. There we go. The perfect proportions, the faces, you can see the detail in them too. These are going to help you a lot when drawing. So do not be afraid to use references, and don't think you're less than an artist, because everyone uses them seriously. And even for backgrounds or manga artists, just take photographs and trace them anyway. So, you know, use your time wisely. You'll improve faster. So yeah, really good references. I would recommend them. Maybe I'll leave a link to Amazon or eBay down below. I got mine from eBay and try to look for the best deal because I actually saw some sites that were selling them for like $60 or $90 each. So thank you so much for watching. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and also like this video and comment down below and let me know if you found this helpful at all. This is quite fun to do and it was interesting to show these things because I also like to watch people's unboxings and reviews of said products. But yeah, subscribe for more. Maybe I'll be posting some more of these things or some more apps or other items to help you learn different skills like instruments, this is for drawing or stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, subscribe for more and I will see you in the next video very soon. But until then, bye.